And we're on. What's going on, guys? Welcome to Meaningless Debate, the show that has head to head comics going on about meaningless topics that you send in because we don't want you getting rid of your friends. We are Meaningless Debate, and we're here to argue each side of every point you send in. Want to send a special shout out to Kim Ng, the first woman GM in Major League Baseball history, and she is with the Miami Marlins. Shouts out Kim Ng. You are the first woman, and we're glad to have you. It's been a long time coming. Hey, guys, we're ready to get the show started. We've got two great comedians tonight. We've got a guy coming to us from the Nutty Professor. I'm sorry, we're going to go to our other guest first from the Tonight Show. Half Baked, The Nanny, and Comedy Central. Put your hands together and welcome my man, Mr. Gregg Rogell. What's up, G?
What's up, man?
I'm
Nice
good.
to see you, LA.
You too, man. It's been a long time, bro.
It's like 20 years, right?
Man, I was a really young comic. I was opening for you. You were the headliner, and you showed me that the headliner is the one that's in charge at the show because you got into a fight with the general manager at the show and then at another bar outside of the show. It was awesome.
Yeah, Rick. What's his name? Rick, right? Rick.
I think it was Rick. It was Rick. That was awesome.
I made I told the audience to write "fuck you" on all the comment cards to Rick.
You were killing that dude, man.
No,
You were
he was
killing that dude. It was hilarious. It was the funniest thing I'd ever seen as a young comic. Totally blew my mind. Thank you for that, and thanks for coming on to the show, man.
Yeah, nice to be here, buddy.
Awesome. Our next guest, you've seen him on Nutty Professor, BET Comic View. Shouts out also, I gotta do this because he was also in a film with Sinbad called First Kid, and we sending out special shout outs to Sinbad. Speedy recovery, Sinbad. You've also seen him in Nutty Professor, Bernie Mac. Please welcome my man, Doug Williams. What's up, D?
Hey, what's up, man? It's good to see you again, man.
Yeah.
Just like old times when you were here in LA, man, and we were, two broke comics. Well, we still broke comics, but we just changed locations.
No doubt, no doubt. You out there doing it, man. You was out there on all those cruise lines, doing the private shows. I'm glad to see you was able to do your thing, man. I hope the pandemic hasn't knocked you for a loop too bad.
It really has. It really has knocked me for a loop too. Normally you respond to those things by saying, "No, it's not too bad. It's that bad."
Well, let's hope it can get a little better, man, because we're here to make it better for the folks out there that are watching us, because we're here to bring the funny for free on Meaningless Debate. We're here to debate more topics that you guys can send in live, or you can send them in to us through the week at Facebook, Comedy Flow. Send in any topics that you want us to discuss. Our comics are going to take one side, then the other, and we don't want you guys to get rid of your friends. We're going to help you to argue those points for you. Let's get started with our first topic. Well, Fancy from Rockford, Illinois wants to know, is it more exciting, Summer Olympics or Winter Olympics? We flipped a coin before the show started. Gregg, you won, so you get to pick your first topic. Which side you going to take? Summer Olympics or Winter Olympics? Taking the Summer Olympics.
Yeah.
Tell us why.
There's just more titty.
That's it?
Any reason for it to? Any more reason to prefer the Summer Olympics?
Well, I'd like to think that it wasn't just the guys' titties you were looking at.
But that would be the powerlifting competition. There's plenty of guy titty in the powerlifting competition.
When they have those singlettes on, like in the old days. I saw those the other day on some show. They were showing Vasily Alexiev with the ones that come down in the front where their whole chest is out.
I don't think they do that anymore though. They went with like normal attire, I think now, right? Like they're like sleeves. It's not. Nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to see a fat man in a one piece.
I don't know, man. You said titties for the Summer Olympics. That's going to be your choice?
I'm going with Summer Olympics. Yeah, it's just
more fun. Doug, why is the Winter Olympics better?
Hey, man, already this has started out different. You had a white guy pick the summer, and now the black guy has to go with the winter.
How about
that? The Winter Olympics is better, man, because, winter breeds closeness. It breeds intimacy. It's cold. You need somebody to grab onto, to hold, to keep yourself warm. And Black people are starting to get more into winter sports. You know what I mean? We're starting to come into that arena or whatever. The Jamaicans have a bobsled team now.
Yeah,
so, the summer it's always the summer for Black people. We're trying to broaden our horizons and get into winter games. We're easier to see in the snow. We stand out. So the Winter Olympics is definitely better overall. but for black people in particular, we got to up our game and be a part of the Winter Olympics. We dominate the summer. Now we got to take over the Winter Olympics.
I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Doug, I think I'm going to have to give you the win on that, man. You're a forward-thinking brother, taking it into the 2020s and the 2030s. Remember that French skater that did the flips when she did the somersault? Way back then, that's when we started taking over. Winter Olympics wins this one. Let's get to our next topic, see if Gregg can get in here. Luna from Lexington, Kentucky wants to know, who has better hair, Tiger King or Don King? Greg. Doug, you're up on this one.
I'm going with Don King.
No, Doug, this one's for Doug. Doug's up first. We're switching back and forth. That was my mistake. The host messed up. Doug, you're up. Which one's better?
Hey, man,
Tiger?
You always have to check people from New York. You ever notice that people from New York just feel entitlement, like they can just come out and just take over? I'm going to go with Don King, man, for the simple reason of, Don King is like 136 years old, man, and he still has that hair like that. You and I are in our 40s. And look, we have to cut all our stuff off. So anytime you see somebody over the age of 100 and they can hold on to their hair, you got to give them props for that, man. This man Don King's been around since dinosaurs, and he still has a full head of hair. So I'm going to go with Don King just off the mere fact that he still has a full head of hair.
Full head of hair. Full head of hair, Greg. Come on. What do you got for me?
So I got to pick the Tiger King.
I
got to be honest with you. I'm the only person in America who didn't watch Tiger King.
Stop it.
I'm sorry. I got my fill of fucking white trash.
Come on.
I didn't need to add to any of that. All right. I'm gonna go with Tiger King because anybody that's got hair that a tiger can latch onto.
Well, let me ask you this: have you seen any pictures of the Tiger King guy?
I vaguely know who he is. I really didn't see what all the hype was about.
He has a mullet.
He has a mullet. All right, he's from Florida, right? Are they from Florida?
Yeah.
All right, so that's like the standard fucking Floridian
hairdo.
Didn't
see that one coming.
Hey, that's disqualifying. He hasn't seen it. He's just coming off of that. Hey,
I'm making an assumption. The mullet probably grows directly from the brain because there's a lot of room where normally intelligent information would live. But all right. So we'll go with the fucking.
You've got to watch it. You've got to watch it. It's very.
I don't have to watch it. I don't. I disagree with you. I'm going to watch the Queen's Gambit and move on.
Well, he kind of gave up on that one, Doug. We're going to have to give you the win on that. You're 2-0. We've got a hell of a game going here. I don't even know what to say. Greg, we're going to have to get you a Netflix subscription. We're going to get you involved in the 20s. We're going to see what's going on. Hey, guys, real quick, though, I did want to send a special shout-out to Sinbad. He had a stroke. I don't know if you guys knew.
Oh, shit.
And, yeah, man, he had a stroke. He went down. I'm wishing him a speedy recovery. And we've all known him. We've all seen the guy for years. I mean, you think comedy, you think Sinbad, man. So
as you mentioned, I had the pleasure of working with Sinbad on my second film. I did The Nutty Professor first, and then I did a movie called First Kid. And you want to talk about a class act. He knew that I was new. He flew my sister in, paid her to be my assistant.
Wow.
So all prayers are going out to Sinbad. Great guy, one of the good guys in this business that every time you meet him, he's the same way.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I was really sad to hear that. Hope he makes a full recovery.
Yeah, me too, man. It's one of them things, man. I mean, these days, man, you gotta appreciate your friends, your real friends, people you know, and show them love, tell them you love them, all that good stuff. That's why we're doing this show, Meaningless Debate, so you guys out there don't have to unfriend your real friends. Let us do some of this arguing for you. Gregg Rogell, Doug Williams, I'm L.A. Hardy, hosting this show. Let's get back into it. What's our next topic, guys? Should I put the stuffing in the turkey or cook it separately? Barbara Hallander, Ben Seal wants to know. Greg, you're up. Stuffing in the turkey or cook it separately?
Well, I'm pro penetration. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the stuff the turkey first.
Stuff the turkey.
Yeah.
Penetration.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I'll tell you, because you gotta grab the stuffing with your hands and stuff it direct, right up the fucking chicken's ass, so the turkey's ass. So you got to think that you'd want to cook it afterwards. You want to cook out all the germs that you might get by sticking your fist up of a turkey's ass. It's got to be unsanitary. So I'm gonna go with do it first. Don't do it second. Plus, who wants to stick their hand in a hot turkey? You know what I mean? You burn your hand right off there. So I think it's a gimme. You gotta stuff the bird first. That's what I say.
Gregg Rogell tackling the tough issues. That's why we brought him on the show. He says stuff the turkey first. Doug, tell us why we cook it first outside of the turkey.
Well, man, everything now has to be separated. We're living in a COVID world. You got germs, you got all these things. So you got to separate things now. Nothing goes together anymore. You got to separate it for safety reasons. You have to separate, do everything individually. I'm just telling you what the CDC says. Now, if I'm wrong, then the CDC is wrong. But you don't want to do too much mixing and fluids and stuff dripping on this and touching that. So you got to separate things, man. And it starts with the small things. You understand what I'm saying? You start with the small things and you go to the big things. So, hey, we want everybody to have a safe Thanksgiving. And a safe Thanksgiving right now is comprised of separation. Keep everything apart, you apart from other people. Everything must be separated in order for us to grab control of this situation.
Wow, that almost sounded like a reverse Dr. Martin Luther King. I really like that, Doug. That was really good. Separate outside the turkey. I like it. But Gregg's argument was very compelling, extremely compelling, stuff in the turkey and the way he was talking about it. I'm going to give Gregg the win on that one.
Well, you have to. So otherwise it's going to look like you're prejudiced and that you're just doing too much for your people. So I understand. I mean, you got to spread this stuff around.
It's all meaningless anyway, so we're just going to keep on putting it in that vein.
I'll take it any way I can get it.
I think I'm going to let that statement lie on its own. Let's get to the next topic and see who's got out there for us. Bill Fredericks wants to know Bud Light or Miller Light. Gregg, aren't you the one that's up this time?
No, I think I was up last time first, right?
Doesn't really matter. Go ahead, Doug. Tell us why. It's meaningless.
I'm gonna go with Bud Light.
Bud Light.
Bud Light is a staple of this country, and Bud Light transcends past racial lines. You got rednecks that drink Bud Light, and then you got brothers in the hood that drink Bud Light. You understand? So here again, this is another unifying thing, man. Bud Light has been around. Bud Light, when you think of America, you think of Bud. You don't think of Miller. You think of Bud. So this is an American type of beverage. So in the interest of America, we're going to say Bud Light over Miller Light because America wants you to drink a drink that can unite us and bring us all together. Bud Light.
Wow. I think I heard the Star Spangled Banner in the background as you were going through that. Well, tell us why it's a Miller Lite world, Gregg.
When you think of America, you think of coronavirus. As far as and I'm going to go with Miller Lite because I support an underdog. And Miller has always been flying under the radar for decades now. I mean, it gets the job done. You know what I mean? You got a drinking problem, you can turn to Miller Lite, and it's not flashy. It doesn't have an American flag on the fucking label. It's a little less rednecky. You know what I mean? It's just kind of a low key, under the radar kind of beer, and that's what I like. That's what I like.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're getting a big fat dose of why Gregg Rogell got fired at the Green Bay Funny Bone. The first 3 days we were at the club, we had a great time. No, he didn't get fired. Actually, that
Rick ended up getting fired?
Yeah, he's the one that got fired.
Chain that looked into that, and he asked around, and they found out that everybody fucking hated Rick.
Absolutely.
So Rick got fired, and I got invited back to headline fucking New Year's. So
what the hell? And they didn't even bring me back with you. What the?
I was already booked. But the point is, Rick lost that fucking battle.
20 years later, and we're still coming up with our version of the story. We are Meaningless Debate. My name is L.A. Hardy. I'm your host. We got Gregg Rogell. We got my man Doug Williams, and we're ready for our next topic. What do you got, guys?
Well, you didn't tell us who won that one.
Oh, I gave it to Gregg. I had to make it 2-2.
Oh.
I had to make it 2-2.
Okay, you've done enough now with this whole.
Now we're getting to it. Now we're getting to the playoffs.
All right. Okay.
Rupert from Sacramento, California wants to know, does anyone besides the bride and groom really care to be at the wedding? Doug, you're up. Bride or groom, does anybody really care?
No, he's up. I went first last time, but I'll take it first though.
Go right ahead. Let's switch it up.
All right. So, does anyone really care to be at the wedding besides the bride and groom? Is that the question? I want to make sure I got the question.
That's exactly the question, my friend.
Yes, women care. Women, you don't understand. Weddings are the Super Bowl of entertainment for women. Women love to be at weddings because it gives them hope. They see opportunity. They get to live out their fantasies. That's why they came up with a show just about weddings on one of these networks. It's all about weddings. So yes, women love weddings. It's like that old thing that I forgot the comedian that said that the reason that men and women can't be together is because our fantasies gross them out and their fantasies bore us to death. So
True.
Weddings are for women because they're boring for us. And we also look at weddings as somebody just lost their freedom. So women love weddings. Absolutely. Women.
Gregg, what do you say?
Nobody wants to go to a wedding except the bride and maybe her parents, or maybe the mother. The father don't want to be there. The groom don't want to fucking be there. 50% chance it's gonna end in divorce. It costs money, you know. You have to hang out with people that you normally would avoid. I'm talking about your relatives. No, I disagree. I think funerals are actually preferable because at least you can keep that honest look on your face. You know what I mean? You know, you're miserable to be there, and you can show it. You know, but in a wedding, you got to fake your way through it. Nobody wants to be at a fucking wedding.
Dude, I have to be the decider in the middle of this, and I'm going to pull that one straight down the middle because I'm in all agreement. None of us actually wanted to be at a wedding. I didn't even want to be at my own. All three of us are in agreement. We all get the win on that one. Nobody wants to really be at the wedding except the bride and some other women. That's pretty much it.
Women love weddings.
They want to look at other
it.
people's dresses. They want to talk about somebody, and that's pretty much it. So we're all in agreement. Nobody really wants to be there except for the two people that wanted to be there.
Just one of them. Only one wants to be there.
Yeah, that's true. What do we got next, guys? Candace from Wayne, New Jersey wants to know, do vegans think they are superior to non-vegans? Gregg, you're up.
It's me. Do vegan? Yes, they do think they're superior, and they're not superior. First of all, you know, nobody really knows that eating like a vegan is going to make you live to be 100 because the people who are tapping out at 100 today were born in 1920 and they were raised on a diet of morphine and canned cream corn. So so explain that shit. You know what I mean? Plus, you know, we all I know they say that, you know, eating animals is cruel, but animals eat animals. So choke on that logic, you fucking pompous douchebag. So that's my answer. I know I'm cursing a little too much, but he hasn't left office yet. So yeah, I'm definitely vegans are arrogant and they have no right to be. That's I have very strong opinions about that.
So would it be safe to say you're probably not a vegan?
I eat red meat 5 times a week.
Okay.
And I'm proud of it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the axe has been swung. Doug Williams, what's your viewpoint?
What was the question again?
Do vegans think they are superior to non-vegans?
No, vegans do not think they're superior. And let me tell you something, man. Somebody is lying. I've seen a lot of fat ass vegans, man. People are, you know, you're supposed to be. How many? Be honest. When you see these vegans, you think you're gonna see somebody that looks like they're on Castaway, like they've been on an island, you know, eating fish. There's too many fat ass vegans out there. So no, vegans don't think they're regular people. They are just like everybody else. They look like everybody else. So no, vegans want to be treated the same as everybody else. They're fat, and you can't just eat a bunch of that stuff and not gain weight. So to me, that's proof that vegans are like everybody else. You show me some skinny vegans, then I'll change my mind. They're just like everybody else. All of that stuff, if you eat too much of it, will get you fat.
Okay, all right. So we're talking about a point of view on this where we're saying, do the vegans think they are, or do the vegans think they're not? Gregg says they do. Doug says they don't. I actually think they do. I think they think they're superior to the rest of us because they can afford to pay for that high ass food because that kind of food costs a lot more money than the food that the rest of us get to eat. And I can't even afford to be that healthy personally. So I'm gonna give the win to Gregg on that one, and we're gonna keep it moving. Let's get to the next topic. See what we got. Chuck from Cincinnati wants to know, would it be better to have a detachable arm or a detachable leg? Doug, what do you think? Detachable arm or detachable legs?
Well, I think it'd be better to have a detachable leg because, see, you can put a detachable leg on it. You can still run, you can still jog, but you can't masturbate with a detachable arm.
Ooh,
You know what I'm saying? You
I hadn't even thought about that.
You have to have your real arm to do that. And let's keep it real, man. We all still do that. You know, every man still masturbates, even women. Everybody masturbates. And to me, it's something that you can do for yourself, by yourself, that doesn't harm yourself. So I think you definitely want detachable legs. You can take that off, put that on. You can still walk, you can still run. But I just can't imagine trying to masturbate without my arms.
Good points. Good points. Gregg, what do you say? Arms or legs? Well, you got arms.
Well, I got to go with but first of all, the detachable arms. It's not no arms. So you could put the arms back to masturbate, and then you have the further convenience of removing them and really scrubbing them properly after you masturbate. You know what I mean? So I think just for cleanliness reasons, I think it's good to have detachable arms. Plus, you're much more aerodynamic with your arms missing. You could probably gain a lot of speed on a skateboard.
He's supposed to be doing legs. He's supposed to be making an argument for legs.
No, you did legs.
You went with the legs. You went with detachable legs because you.
I'm here, man. I got you. It don't matter. This is a meaningless debate, and if you're just joining us, thanks for coming to the show.
I don't mean to cut his argument off, but be honest, as men, do you think you could jack off with a detachable arm hooked to your thing? You can't masturbate. You got it's all in the feeling and the grab. I'm being too personal.
Another good point about detachable arms. If you wanted to make a point, you could remove one arm and then smack somebody in the face with it. And I think it's kind of it makes a strong point. You know what I mean? Because smacking somebody is one thing, but removing your arm and then grabbing it with your other arm and smacking somebody. I mean, that just it shows authority.
Well, Doug, I would say though they have those robotic hands now that actually the fingers move and stuff. So I don't know how.
Let me make one more argument though.
Go right ahead.
Why it's better to be able to move your legs. Say you want to have sex with a midget, or have you tried? You know how many times your legs get in the way when you're having sex and you try to do something freaky in the bedroom? If you could take them off, you could really do some damage.
But if you remove your arms, you can almost fit your entire torso inside a woman's vagina.
That's not the same.
That's why he's here, ladies and gentlemen, tackling the tough issues, Mr. Gregg Rogell. But we're going to give the win to Doug Williams on that one. Doug, you're going to take home the bacon on that one with the legs. I'm going to tell you why. Because of Cat Williams and Lil Tink Tink. Lil Tink Tink has proven legs is the way to go. He had them little flames, and he was running in the Olympics, and he won with them detachable legs. And then he killed a woman with them detachable legs. He didn't kill him with a detachable arm. He killed a woman with detachable legs. So you get the win on that one, Doug. You get the win on that.
That's right. Hilarious.
If you've just getting to the show, this is Meaningless Debate. We've got two great comics, Doug Williams, Gregg Rogell. I'm your host, L.A. Hardy. We got a few more questions. Keep sending them in. Every week we do this. Every week we have two great comics, and we're going to keep on going now. What's our next topic, guys? Marcy from Nashville, Tennessee wants to know, who wins in racquetball, Celine Dion or Carrot Top? Gregg, you're up.
I'm going to go with Carrot Top on this one. I think because I'm pretty sure somewhere Carrot Top actually owns a racket and a ball.
I'm sure
he has pretty much everything. I just don't see Celine Dion being a racquetball player. I don't know, but I could see Carrot Top out there on the court. He's in excellent shape.
He's in great shape now.
Yeah, absolutely. A little too much mascara, but beyond that, I would think he would smoke her in racquetball. Absolutely.
Doug, why would Celine beat him?
I just think when it comes to balls, that women have a greater appreciation for them. I think they know how to handle balls. They have the magic touch. You know, who would you rather have handling your balls, Carrot Top or Celine Dion? So I just think that women know how to do balls. So I'm gonna go with Celine Dion and just her experience. I'm sure she's had a lot of experience with balls, different size balls, you know, and how to handle them, how to massage them, how to work them. So I think women know how to handle balls.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Carrot Top's handled a few balls.
I think it's safe to assume that we can't assume anything. But I'm going to give the win to Gregg on that one strictly because Celine Dion is about as big as a racket, and Carrot Top has a whole bunch of stuff in his bag, so he could probably distract her by pulling stuff out of that trunk while he's hitting balls, and she wouldn't know what was going on. Win for Gregg. We got a 3-3, I believe, is the score. We're going to go for the tiebreaker and see who takes home the money. What do we got, guys?
There's money.
Oh, I forgot.
It's just got a whole lot of interest. A whole lot more interest.
Joe from Phoenix, Arizona wants to know, say God bless you when someone sneezes the first time or every time? Doug, you're up. What do you say? God bless you every time or just the first time?
No, I think you said every time, man. We at a point in time where we need God. I'm from an old Baptist church in Montgomery, Alabama. Pastor Thomas E. Jordan was the pastor. And you can never say God bless you enough, especially after what we've had to endure with this current administration. We all need prayer. Everybody needs to do their part in saying God bless you. And it's an endearing term, man. You got to always say God bless you when somebody sneezes. Now, you're not just saying it for them. You're saying it for yourself because they could be spreading the virus. So now you got to put God in it every chance you get just to be safe. You need God. We need God. So if somebody sneezes, man, every time they sneeze, you got to say, God bless you, and then start running as fast as you can. You're not going to get a chance to say it the second time anyway, because when somebody sneezes, we all clear out. One chance to say it.
Time to go. Time to go. Gregg,
he almost made my point for me. You know, you say God bless you the first time, and then the second time you say get the fuck away from me. That's the way to go on this, you
know. That's your answer?
I don't think they really need to add any more to it, you know. These are strange times. You know, God bless you. Now back the fuck up.
These are strange times, and we're going to put together the strange answer. Ladies and gentlemen, our winner tonight, after a million votes have been tallied, and we've done 3 recounts, Gregg Rogell is your winner tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together.
This is, I'm not accepting that. I'm not going to give a concession.
Oh, no. There's not going to be.
I'm not giving any of that. I'm going to hold up everything until I get the results that I'm looking for. So if the president is not accepting his defeat, I'm not accepting mine.
There you have it. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We've finally come to a decision. We thought we had an accurate count, an accurate vote, but once again, a meaningless debate has erupted, and we don't know who actually won until we do the recount. Check back with us next week. But we want to thank our 2 great guests for coming out today. Gregg, where can the people find you online, man?
You could, if you hate Donald Trump, you could find me on Twitter. And if you want to see some cool tour pics, you can follow me on Instagram.
Right on.
And that's it. But Twitter has just been dedicated to just 4 years of Donald Trump. I'm not a political comedian, but I just felt like it was a responsibility as a human being to spend the last 4 years trashing that delusional man-child. So that's basically where you can find me.
All right. Good looking out, man. Doug, where can we find you? What are you up to?
Just started a YouTube channel. So you can find me at Doug Williams Comedy on YouTube. And there's my website. DougWilliams.net will link you to all my social media. Just type in DougWilliams.net. That'll link you to Twitter, Instagram, all of that stuff, man. So everybody follow me. I have some shows that are about to drop on YouTube. And just happy, man. Thanks for having me on the show, man. It was great. I had a lot of fun with Gregg. So thanks for having me on the show. This is a great show. I enjoy it.
Appreciate you guys, man. This has been a fantastic experience. This is like our 12th show that we've done, and you guys have been able to make it a part of almost like another anniversary, man. Good seeing you, Doug. Good seeing you, Gregg. And remember, when you guys are out there ready to argue with your friends, don't argue with your friends. Let us do the arguing for us. That's why we have these great comics. We are Meaningless Debate. I'm L.A. Hardy. We'll see you next time.